Yo, 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 what's going on YouTube? This your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another upload. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Not gonna be on here too long. Um, I just wanna get some general thoughts out. So just bear with me, y'all. Um, because it's kind of a complex one. Oh, I'm gonna first say something about domestic violence. I'm bringing that back up. Um, we know there are times when men and women go at it, and in the heat of the moment, sometimes things happen. And it doesn't matter from which side it happens on, it shouldn't happen at all. Um, if a relationship gets that toxic or a marriage gets that toxic to the point where, how can I say this? To the point where it's going to lead to destruction, your best bets is to just give each other some space. And if you can't still figure things out, or if it still gets that poisonous, you might as well just get away from the whole situation, period, and move on. There's no need to keep going back and forth. And now, with the way things are changing now, domestic violence, it could go both ways. So even if both of y'all are fighting each other, guess what? You're both going to jail. So it defeats the purpose. At the end of the day, no man nor no woman should be fighting against each other, period. Fellas, we already know we just physically stronger than these women, period. We know that. It's not taking nothing away from the women because the women are strong. Yes, the women are strong as far as certain things. But when it comes to the physical standpoint, we know for a fact, even if we don't outweigh them, we can still cause them damage. They quicker to catch bruises easily than we are. Um, and vice versa. Y'all ladies got to stop antagonizing certain things too. See, that's why I says a two-part to this. Because I've seen some women done curse their man out, try to belittle them to a degree, especially when they're around certain people. And then when it's all said and done, now here comes another argument or possibly a fight. And I feel once it gets to that point right there, all bets is off. When you get that crucial, you need to just move away from each other. And if it's a point where it's like every day you're fighting, every day you're cursing at each other, every day is getting physical, then that should tell you right there it's time to move on. Because a relationship, marriage, whatever you're into, it's not supposed to have any type of physical pain. You know, at the end of the day, there's no way these cycles keep continuing to happen. Like I said, if a relationship is getting that toxic to where you're fighting and arguing and doing all the wrong shit, then just move on. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. You know. Sometimes some people are not always going to be compatible. You know, and sometimes, like I said, it goes back to what I said before. Y'all got to start vetting out these people before you get into any type of dealings with them. Period. You know. It's like a two-way street. Sometimes we got to stop enticing the bullshit, and ladies, y'all got to stop enticing the bullshit too. I'm sorry. Like, with what's going on right now, we need to be more united than anything. Period. It's just that simple. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's corny that you gotta keep going back and forth, and then in the long run, they gonna get tired of seeing y'all asses back and forth in these courtrooms or in these, like, just all of all that emotional abuse and the physical abuse should just stop. Now you got some men out there, and I'm not gonna lie, you got some men out there who are just that obsessive and they do shit like that. Because I personally knew people who passed away because of domestic violence. These was people that was close knit to my family. So this is why I say what I say. Some of y'all fellas gotta understand things too. You can't be obsessive. You can't be insecure. And it's the same way because you got some ladies that do the same thing. Certain aspects should not be put into a relationship, period. Shouldn't even be put into a marriage, because if you're going by things that happen to you or that you witness, it's going to keep repeating the same cycle. Like, gotta do better, man. And ladies, some of y'all have to really start using your intelligence. Start using your mind. Stop being so weak-minded. Not saying all you ladies, but some of you ladies fall into that type of trap and then end up being with these type of dudes I'm speaking about. Like, I feel like this. It's always going to be trust. There always got to be trust, too. There's always got to be loyalty, respect, and honor when it comes to a relationship or a marriage, period. So, it's just going to be times throughout the day we not going to always be with our significant other. As long as you know the person you're with is loyal to you and is going to make sure they bringing themselves back home at the end of the day, that should be the most important thing. Especially if they really not into nothing. It's just sometimes some of y'all get so insecure and you'll assume that your significant other was here or there no. And sometimes that be the outside influences too. Some people say, oh, I seen your man or I seen your girl over here. You can't always go by just one person's aspect, It's a tricky world out here, because I'm not going to lie. You got some people who know how to scam the fuck out of people to the point where certain things are believable. And then this is how these situations happen with domestic violence. Like I said, I lost some people personally that was close-knit to the family due to that, And even though every one of those situations had different scenarios to how it played out, it's just the principle. Like, we shouldn't be going that far. If we can't get together, then we need to just move away from each other, and that's it. Now, the second thing, I wanna say something to the parents of this generation right now. Some of y'all really need to start getting your kids in order and in check. I'm just going to say it like that. Now, I'm at work last night, and at some point, it's 2 a.m. There's no way you're going to tell me there's a bunch of kids trying to trespass in the area that I work at. Why y'all not home? Ain't school tomorrow? None of them looked over the age of 18. This is what I'm saying. The kids nowadays, they got too much leniency. The kids of this generation don't know what it was like to come up in my generation. You wasn't sitting outside no late hours of the night. And for the select few that was doing that, that's because they was in these situations we speak of now. Broken homes or people not really caring or looking out for them. But we know at that young age, we know. When we was young, we knew it wasn't nothing good outside after dark. And it's still like that to a degree. Unless you're doing something constructive, there's really no need to be out there. Now, if I would have been an armed guard or not, I thought it was something else in particular, I would have had all rights to let off either a warning shot or whatever the case is. Just because I'm protecting myself, but I'm also protecting whatever I need to protect. There should be no reason why these kids is out late in the evening getting into shit, period. And a lot of y'all, I don't understand this neither. And some of y'all adults too. I don't understand when you go by certain areas. It doesn't matter if the place looks open or if it's locked in certain areas might not be locked. Why would y'all assume it's the best idea to go in and trespass and just be nosy and try to do whatever? Y'all remember that old saying, curiosity killed the cat? That's what's going to happen. And that's what happens here and there. Because you have situations where people don't know what's what. They being startled, and then now somebody done died. Sometimes it's best to just go on about your business, even if you're going to be out and about in the streets doing whatever. Don't get to a point where now you possibly getting locked up or losing your life. It's not worth it. If you're going out there and enjoy whatever activities you're going to enjoy, do that. You don't necessarily always have to get into some fuck shit when you go out. So that's a general service announcement to the adults, but it's also for the youngins too, man. Stop doing stupid shit that's going to get you into certain troubles, period. If you don't want that, or if you don't ask for it, stop doing it. It's just that simple, you know? And y'all definitely got to start having a mutual respect for each other. The youngins and the oldins, at some point, y'all going to have to come to the middle and sit down, you know? Some of y'all youngins, y'all think that some of these old folks are just trying to school you, or just trying to sun you, or trying to basically herb you or make you feel emasculated or whatever. No, that's not the issue. You know, some dudes are going to just tell it like it is, especially if they old school with it. You know, they going to tell you, whether they stern or whatever, they going to tell you what it is. Not going to sugarcoat nothing. They going to tell you what it is, because at the end of the day, they've been there. A lot of these older folks is trying to get through to y'all youngins because we've been there and done that already. And whoever didn't been there, you know, whoever ain't been there, whoever hasn't tucked that road, they still been around people or seen shit like that. So we trying to give you the best possible scenarios for whatever might happen. You know, you can't get mad when somebody is trying to give you some advice. And vice versa, some of you older folks have a way of making these youngins feel like, yo, you trying to herd me, or you trying to sun me, or you really just trying to, like, sometimes you just got to be able to come together and come to terms on certain things. When right is right and wrong is wrong, y'all need to just get together and that's it. You know? But then again, too, you have some older folks hanging with all these young folks and vice versa. Some of y'all just got to stick within your age range, basically. Like back in the days, I couldn't be 14 years old and I'm hanging around a bunch of 20 and 25-year-olds. That wasn't heard of back then. And even when we did try to come around the older folks, they would kindly scoot our asses right on back to where we need to go. Because at the end of the day, a kid is supposed to be a kid and stay in a place. Period. You know, it's just some things that it needs to change up. And as long as it don't change up, there's always going to be this dynamic of ignorance, self-hate, and envy. We ain't going to never be able to come together as a whole if there's always going to be the ignorance and specific people in these communities that just don't want to hear nothing or just don't want to try to save face. You know, I always felt like this. You know, every little bit you do, every little change you make, whether it's in your personal life or even trying to benefit something, you know, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to benefit and you're supposed to prosper and you're supposed to grow. You're supposed to be thinking about generational wealth, period. But you got some people who just don't think outside the box like some people do. And like I said, until we come back, the main things that's stopping us from growing, we're going to always stay at the level that we at right now. And this is not a knock. It's just general observation right now. You know, we can agree to disagree, but at the end of the day, this is what I observe and this is what I see. You know, we can't make things prosper and grow if we ain't willing to make it, you know. But I just mostly wanted to chop up on that, though, because I felt like that was the strongest things, because things I've been seeing within the last week, it kind of threw me for a loop. You know, that's why I said we got to definitely start making better changes day in and day out. It can't always be the same old, we play victim, we crying, we lost in the sauce. You got to stop doing that, you know. Any little change you make, whether it's in your life, like I said, is better than nothing. But you already know, not going to be on this shit too long. Just want to give shout outs to those who've been supporting and those who actually are trying to support, you know. And if you're new, if you're a new viewer, if you're a new subscriber, y'all already know, continue to spread these messages and share these videos, you know. Because at the end of the day, these are conversations that we need to speak on. And I don't mind getting opinions or views from everybody else, but these are general conversations that should be talked about on the daily. And I'm going to keep it that way, you know. But yeah, it's your boy Nate the Great. Again, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I probably might do a live later on. If not, I'll probably have another upload. But y'all all have a safe, blessed day, and tune in for the next one.